Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Donna Sports Show, brought to you by my great friends, J.D. Muggs Still and Grill on Addison Road, with 33 great beers and the He-Man Burger. Man, wait till you go in there and order a He-Man Burger. I don't know if you could finish it, but it's delicious. J.D. Muggs Still and Grill on Addison Road. How about Ozzy's, the world's best subs at Wolf and Grand, right there on the corner. Ozzy's been there for 40, 50 years. Go in there and see Ralph. You can get a lot of things in there, different kind of sub sandwiches. Of course, they're the world's best subs, of course, but you can you can buy other things in there, various other sandwiches they have. You can do a lot of stuff. You can cash your check, make out a money order. It's a liquor store. You want to buy some bud, you can go in there. Various kinds of beer that they have there. A friendly place, a wonderful atmosphere. Ozzy's, the world's best sub. And Wayne H. O'Brien, of course. The H stands for hockey. And Holmes, he's going to call us a little later on. He likes to brag about the Boston Bruins, who are doing pretty well. He'll tolerate the Blackhawks, but well, I got to ask him again why he likes the Bruins. I don't know if he's brought up that part of the country, but we'll ask him that. Primerica Investments with Mike Figarelli. That's my nephew. He can tell you what to invest in, what not to invest in. Very conservative. You can make almost 5% on your money on the various items that he has. So you'll hear his phone number a little later on in the show. Primerica Investments. Fox Bowl on Butterfield Road in Wheaton. Yes, they're open during the summer, air conditioned. Various leagues going on there. You can go in there and just bowl one or two lines if you'd like. Fox Bowl on Butterfield Road in Wheaton. Go in there, and them guys are all great bowlers. They'll even give you some instructions. An Auto Advantage of Addison, right on Lake Street. Anything wrong with your car, or if there's nothing wrong with your car, bring it in there. They'll check it. And they do an oil change. They do everything you could think of: brakes, tie rods, engine work. Auto Advantage of Addison. And we'll open up the show, Johnny, here with we'll give John a call, all right, and we'll open up the show with the National Fitness Hall of Fame, the organization that my son founded. And if you're anybody in the fitness industry in the world, you know about the National Fitness Hall of Fame. And John will track you down if you've been in the business over 20 years, if you've written some books and so on about fitness. It's a Hall of Fame just like basketball, football, bowling, whatever you could think of. National Fitness Hall of Fame. Very important people in there. And maybe not household names, but they're names that, you know, in that industry you'll know. So we'll talk about that. They had a induction ceremony out at Glendale Lakes golf course, and it was terrific. Brenda came in. Johnny there? No. Okay. Well, all right. Johnny will probably call us a little later on, but that's the National Fitness Hall of Fame. And most personal trainers know about it. Some do, some don't, because it's only 8 years old. So if you're a personal trainer and you want to know more about the National Fitness Hall of Fame, give John a call at 630-521-0387. We're going to talk, of course, about the Bulls, the Blackhawks, the Cubs, the Sox, bowling, golf, NASCAR stuff with Jeff. And some other things in there if we have some time. All right, we'll take a fast break, and we'll be right back. Hey, everybody, welcome back. I'd like you to go over to Addison Advantage of Addison, a car care center. Why? Because they have a free inspection for your brakes, your exhaust, your struts, your shaft, ball joints, radiators, water pumps, timing belts, tires, wheel bearings. You realize that there are that many things that would be done on a car?
Hey, it's all called preventive maintenance.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, it's absolutely right.
You can't be too safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get in there. But if you do need some things, there's a $20 bonus voucher for any service over $250, which, that save you $20. And a $5 bonus voucher, I keep saying voucher, $5 off any service over $30. That'd be easy to do. An oil change would be that. You'd get $5 off. They're located at 885 Lake Street in Addison. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6. On Saturday from 8 to 3, give Dominic or Leon a call at 630-543-1397. All right, that's Auto Advantage of Addison Car Care Center. Great guys. They have best warranty around and the longest warranty around. Brakes $70 off on a brake job with a 4-wheel lifetime warranty. Can you imagine that? And a 1-year warranty on all labor that they do. All work comes with a warranty. So if you need your oil change, you need transmission, you need flush or front end work, fuel pumps, whatever you can think of on your car, go over to Addison Advantage of Addison at 885 Lake Street in Addison. Call Dominic or Leon 630-543-1397.
For this.
All right, on the line with me now, John Figuarelli. Hello, John.
Hey, what's up, Don?
All right, buddy. Listen, I was telling the folks a little bit about the National Fitness Hall of Fame induction ceremony, but I didn't give them that many details. Why don't you tell the folks, exactly what happened at that event?
Oh, well, it was like probably our best event ever. We've been doing this now for 8 years, and it seemed like the whole crowd was really into it. All the inductees were very enthusiastic. There's all kinds of stuff, red carpet interviews, which you were hosting, silent auction, meet and greet. We had Tom Thayer, ex-Super Bowl Chicago Bear, Brian McCaskey, owner of the Bears, a lot of celebrities there. There was a lot of fun for everybody.
Yeah.
And Ducky's pretty well known in the industry, so Tom Campanero. Yeah, Tom Campanero, he's the inventor of the Total Gym. You've probably seen that, on the infomercials with Chuck Norris. So he was the inventor, CEO of Total Gym. We also had Brenda Digraph, who is a fitness celebrity on TV. You'll see her a lot of times on QVC, the shopping network. So she promotes fitness internationally.
Yeah, right.
Annabelle Lopez, a multi-title bodybuilder and personal trainer. He goes back all the way from the 60s and 70s and even training today in the 70s, training people, getting them fit. And then we had, let's see, the last guy was...
Clyde Emmerich.
Yes, of course, Clyde, yes, sure. Clyde Emmerich, he's a longtime trainer for the Chicago Bears, strength training coach, for 40 years. And he's in his 80s, still looks terrific, and he's still working for the Bears,
That's right. Johnny, what if someone's into fitness, personal trainers, only been in it for 5 or 10 years, how can they benefit from the National Fitness Hall of Fame?
Well, they can become members. There's actually 2 classifications of members. Whether you're inductee or not, you can still be a member, and we have a basic membership, which is $25 for a year, and there's a lot of benefits involved in that. And then we have a gold membership, maybe for business people, professionals in the business who want to be a gold member. It's a different distinction, higher benefits, and all that can be found on our website, nationalfitnesshalloffame.com.
Oh, all right.
A great way for everybody to get involved,
Yeah, and the criteria to get into the Hall of Fame, I believe, you have to be in the business. You have to be 50 years of age and over, right? And then have written some books. What's the criteria again?
You have to be 50. I mean, the career... fitness, it's not like you retire at 35 like some of the pro sports. But with fitness, it's an active thing you do year-round. So you got to be 50 years old. A lot of them are still working. They're at the peak of their career. But they've had to be in fitness for 25 years, started probably in the 80s, to qualify for that. So you have a diverse experience in fitness, for 25 years. You also have a national body of work. There's a lot of local people here who've been doing fitness either part-time or in fitness themselves for a long time, but they have to have a national body of work, whether that be a nationally published book, written articles in national publications, or perhaps did a DVD or video that was distributed nationally, nationwide. Some a big body of work, that's part of it. And then there's a general concern for the welfare of others, and that's actually very important, that these people, it's not just what they've done personally for fitness. Let's say they're a marathon runner and they've done numerous things. It's what they've done for others to help others get fit. That's the main criteria. It's got to say, for example, Lance Armstrong, seven Tour de France wins. This very fit guy. It has to be, has he given back? Has he actually worked in the field?
Right.
Just being a star athlete doesn't qualify you.
No. It has to be in the fitness industry. All right. What's the future coming up for the Hall of Fame? What's some big events? You're going to be traveling around the country?
What'll be up in September is we're doing a national tour. It's called the History of Fitness, 100 Years of Working Out, and it takes you from 1900. The seminar takes you from 1900 to current day 2000.
Wow.
What's changed in the industry, very neat things to see, taking you back 50 years, what was going on then, who was important, who really were founders of those eras and stuff. And it's kind of fun. It's a seminar that'll be traveling throughout the country at different expos and conventions. So
wow. You're bringing the Hall of Fame to the people rather than them come to you.
Exactly. Right. Not many people can get out from Manuka to see this thing, so we're going to bring it out to the big fitness venues and health and fitness venues, and quite a few around Chicago area. So, check the website for dates and locations. And
all right. Give them one last thing, John. Give them that website again.
Sure, it's really easy. NationalFitnessHallOfFame.com. You should type the whole thing out. NationalFitnessHallOfFame.com.
Wow, pretty
all
easy.
The info there.
All right, John. Thanks for your time.
Great. All right. Have a good one. Good show.
All right.
Take care.
You. Thanks, John. Bye-bye. Well, that was John Figuarelli. Wow, it's up September, a traveling show. He'll have more of that on his website, NationalFitnessHallOfFame.com. All right, Johnny, let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Hi, everybody. The Don of Sports here. Hey, you guys, it's time to get out and golf. The DuPage County Forest Preserve courses are open. Maple Meadows at 272 Addison Road in Woodgale. It's a links-type course that is in great shape and no trees to hit. That's what a links-type course is, not many trees. Oak Meadows at 900 North Wooddale Road in Addison is a traditional course with trees, beautiful flowers, and not many sand traps. And the price is reasonable. And get this, it has the longest bar in DuPage County for the 19th hole. And Green Meadows on 63rd and Westmont, a shorter course that is in great shape also. All of these courses are waiting for you at reasonable prices. Call Oak Meadows at 630-595-0071 and make your tee time.
Y'all ready for this?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I want to tell you about a wonderful event, a first annual event that we put on in Addison, Illinois. You guys and folks out there remember the Ryder Cup? Remember all the big hullabaloo about the Ryder Cup, which was great. People from all over the world came to Medina Country Club to watch the U.S. play against Europe, for the Ryder Cup. Well, I came up with the idea of the Addison Cup. All right, Addison Cup Golf Challenge. We had it Saturday, May 11th, all right, at Addison Links and Tees Golf Course. And here's out of the fellows who played in it. From what I did is I just kept it local, okay, in the town of Addison. Now, there's a lot of good golfers all over the world, all over the country, but I had to narrow it down, which I did, to just Addison for now. As it gets more popular, I'll expand it probably. But who I had, and these fellows all live in Addison, Mike Lulo, Charles Sims, Mike Monroe, who owns the Golf Dome in Bensonville, but he lives in Addison, and Patrick Hartnett, who's a young lad on a college golf team, had a scholarship, and he was the four that we had. And what we do is we play only 9 holes on a par 3 course. It's right there at the Links and Tees golf course. Nice little 3-par golf course. Okay, if you get a chance, go on out there. You'll like it. It's well kept, well groomed, and not real long. All right. So these fellas played for that cup, and all good, pure hitters of the ball. I'll tell you, it was just a wonder to watch them hit those irons. All right. And who won it eventually was Charles Sims, who's the director of golf at Links and Tees. But that's not the reason that he won, because Mike Lulo is an excellent golfer, plays out of Medina Country Club, won many championships, played for Addison Trail High School, and is a senior champ at Medina. And Mike Monroe went to Illinois State University and played college golf. Patrick Hartnett already playing golf at Post University out there in Massachusetts, is it, or Connecticut? Mike, if you're listening, or Patrick, is it Massachusetts or Connecticut, Post University, where Patrick is playing? And what I did is I had event sponsors, and those event sponsors were Hume's Funeral Home, Chip and John Humes. They were event sponsors. They a little more money that they gave us, but we did more advertising for them. So Hume's Funeral Home, Chip and John Humes, Max Golden Pheasant with Steve Mack, the owner. If you ever been on North Avenue in 83, there's Max Golden Pheasant. Boy, you go in there, the food is tremendous. They've been there for 60 years, maybe more. Steve Mack is the owner, and a great little bar there, and it's just a wonderful place. And the SWD Corporation, the DeLauder family, Rich and Rick, the DeLauder family, SWD. If you ever see their trucks on the road, they're beautiful. They're like red, white, black, just a wonderful. And SWD, I'm sure that stands, the DeLauder's in there somewhere, what that stands for. But they were kind enough to be event sponsors, and Allstate Insurance with Jim Towns, the agency man there. And then our whole sponsors were Reed Insurance, Tom and Kathy Reed Insurance. They sponsored a hole. United of Addison, and the mayor is Richard Veenstra. So he was there. The mayor hit out the first ball, and that was exciting. And Sam's Club of America, but they're Sam's Club of Addison. R&D Radius Putters. It's a putter now that I'm using. It's a different slant on the putter. It's a little bit of a rounded face, so the ball doesn't jump and bounce all over the place. R&B Radius Putters. They were a whole sponsors. I'm using it now, and I'm putting real good with it. Dapper's Restaurant on Lake Street, the Golf Dome in Bensonville, Pyramid Club Sports Bar and Grill right on Lake Street. A real nice, another sports bar place. Go in there and meet George. Complete auto, truck, and SUV repair with my buddy Jim Jaskowski, the owner. His son is going to be in it next year. Forest Awards and Engraving, kind enough to give us the cup. Beautiful cup, gold and silver, about 2 feet tall. They were nice enough to donate a cup for us. And the Hartnett family and friends, Pasquazi, one of his friends, and was it Kane, the other neighbor that kicked in some dough to watch Patrick? The Hartnett family, Mike and Nancy. Highway Safety Corporation, Ruben Malicio is the owner. And, of course, Addison GOP, they were a whole sponsor. Chris Kane, thanks a lot, Chris. Thomas Breen, attorney at law, right in Addison. There's a guy, attorney for you. Johnny, you need one? Thomas Breen. I'll give you his number a little later on, all right? So that was a lot of fun. So try to be there next year for the second annual Addison Cup. All right, that takes care of that. And I think we'll be right back with Jack Ryan in a moment.
Primerica is one of the largest financial services marketing organizations in the nation, with approximately 95,000 licensed independent representatives. Primerica is an industry leader in financial services. I'm Mike Figarelli, an independent representative and senior vice president in the Bensonville area, and the company's goal is to help ordinary families prepare for their financial futures. We've shown many local families how to do just that, and we are prepared to grow locally by providing people with financial solutions as well as a great business opportunity. As an independent representative with Primerica, you can build a business of your own, part-time or full-time. To learn more about the Primerica business opportunity, call me, Mike Figarelli, at 630-860-0033. Again, that's 630-860-0033.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We're on the air now with my friend Jack Ryan. Hello, Jack.
Good morning.
Good morning, buddy. How you feeling today?
Oh, doing fine. Beautiful day, huh?
Yeah, isn't it great? Did you do your walk now?
No, I'm going to ride the bike for a while.
Oh, all right. Good man. Good man. Jack, I want to compliment you on, you don't own the church, but you attend St. Rita Church, and thanks for having me there. There was a memorial for Mayone, Mike Mayone. Yeah. Why don't you? Well, go ahead. Tell the folks first what that was, Jack, and then I want to tell the folks.
We're at St. Rita High School Chapel.
Okay.
7740 Southwestern, what had been the Quigley campus before. They moved over there a number of years ago, and they have done it really beautifully up, and they had a good thing to start with. But it's like a small college, and it's you didn't get a chance to see much more, but.
Yeah, but I want to go back there and finish that tour, Jack. Jack. Because I only got into church, and let me tell the folks. Wait, first of all, you go into the church, a little vestibule there, which is beautiful, and you walk into the church itself. I'll tell you, it's magnificent. It's very, very high. It's wide. It must hold, 600 people, 500 easy.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the atrium there, or the skylights, there's 3 or 4 skylights, and it's kind of modern, but kind of old-fashioned in a way, Jack?
Yeah.
And around the sides of the church itself, folks, they have little grottos, like, a saint or a pope or something. There must be at least 10 or 12, and I didn't even get to all of them, because the service started. But you can light a candle for one of the popes or a saint. They don't have all the saints listed, but the one that they had that I loved, Jack, was Saint Teresa, and boy, I'll tell you. I brought a tear to my eye, as I'm reading about what she did, and because we named our daughter Teresa, and when it came to, I was reading about what she did, and it said her nickname was the Little Flower.
That's
wow.
Right,
yeah. And that's just how my daughter is, a little flower. So I just wanted to get that across. But if anybody gets
my own, he wrote the Tootie's Corner, the book, which they made into a play. Mm-hmm. Everybody, and Don originated the part in the first performance they did out in about a year and a half ago now.
Yeah, okay.
Out in St. Charles.
Yes,
what theater is that? The Acadia?
Acadia. What is it, Johnny? Acadia? Yeah, Acacia. Something. Yeah, that's it.
Acadia.
Yeah. Guy by the name of Ron Onesti owns that. Boy, it's really nice. If you get a chance out that way, stop in there and go to that Acadia. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, they have different shows they bring in, and we saw Don Rickles there about a year and a half ago, my wife and myself.
Yeah, I should have gone to that. I missed. Was it funny? Was it a good show?
Oh, yeah.
Was it sold out, Jack?
It looked like it. I suppose you can squeeze somebody else in there, if you want.
Yeah. Ron Onesti, I think he lives in Norridge, Johnny. Onesti, the guy who owns that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he lives in Norridge.
either there or Des Plaines.
Okay.
His office number is in Des Plaines.
Is it? But I think he lives in Norwich. But anyway.
I know, because
but
he and I are good friends.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah. And Jack went out to see Don Rickles there, you know. But that's where they had to play Mike Mann. Okay, go ahead, Jack. I didn't mean to.
I'm sorry, we've said everything about that, I think, haven't we?
Yeah. That was a nice play. Then they put it on at St. Rita's, right?
Right.
Okay, so
we couldn't be there, either one of us, right?
No, we weren't at that one, but
April 20th and 21st, the night of the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was right. The night of the. I was just talking to John, by the way, Jack. He's taken the Hall of Fame on the road. You know, not the whole Hall of Fame, but
the traveling one.
Traveling one. He said starting in September, they're going to be at various cities around the country. So
beautiful.
Well, he's bringing the Hall of Fame to the cities, you know. It's hard to have like Johnny says, people come to Manuka to see it, you know. But it's getting there. He's had 8 of them already, 8 dinners, you know, and they're all a lot of fun.
That's right.
Yeah, you met you've been there to several of them and met some various friends, right?
Since the one in 08, we've been there. So he has just to explain what happens. He has people nominated in the area of fitness, and they might be into instructor in bodybuilding and or in aerobics or whatever it might be. Yeah. And it nominated, and the people, some people have been nominated and brought in posthumously also. That's
right.
And then the awards night, and it's beautiful. Great ceremony. We just had Clyde Emmerich was just received the award. He has been the Bears' strength coach for years. He's an Olympic champion weightlifter and
you touted
the professional bodybuilder. He was there. You
and Tom touted Clyde Emmerich, right? Your buddy Tom. Yeah, you guys have told Johnny about him, and sure enough, Johnny researched him and said, then he got voted in. You know, it's amazing. Your buddy Tom. Not that you don't know a lot, Jack, but your buddy Tom. That guy, he's a historian himself. You know,
he's a walking encyclopedia of boxing, wrestling, weightlifting, bodybuilding. You got it. He knows them all.
You'll name
where and.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, you name someone who go, I remember him. He was a heavyweight, or he won this and what. Some guys are like that. That's terrific. But I wanted to, like I say, comment on that St. Rita parish there. It was a beautiful
high school. The parish is separate.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
63rd and Fairfield, that is.
Oh, is that right? That's where the parish is?
Church,
Oh, there's another big church there.
People call that the Cathedral of the South Side. It is huge and beautiful, yeah.
Oh, is that right? Well, we have to go to... when we get down there again, you got to take me to that one.
We'll do.
All right. All right, Jack. Hey, have a good day, buddy. A nice day. Get out in the yard and...
Go Sox, go Cubs, go Bulls, go Hawks.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Jack.
How's that?
Thanks a lot, Jack. All right, we'll be right back, folks.
Hey folks, if you get a chance, get over to J.D. Muggs Bar and Grill, located at 437 North Addison Road in Addison, Illinois. 33 different kinds of beer. Can you imagine that? It's the home of the He-Man Burger, and baby, that is a He-Man Burger. Wait till you see the size of that burger. Chicken Caesar salad, which is one of my favorites. It's a friendly atmosphere. There's karaoke on Wednesday night and a great DJ on Fridays. Call Dean at 630-833-2570.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Yeah, I just had Jeff Tresckow on the line. Was going to give us a report, but he's in the middle. That poor guy's house caught fire, destroyed it, and between the litigation and the trying to fix it and insurance and getting it back to where it was, he just didn't have enough time. He was on his way out probably to see some inspector or something. But anyway, we got some prize money. He wanted to tell me that, which is nice about bowling in a league, folks. I mean, a lot of people got away from bowling for whatever reason. season, but get back into it again. There's all kinds of leagues, co-ed leagues and leagues on weekends and regular men's leagues or mixed leagues. And what's nice about it is you get prize money at the end of the year. You get some prize money. So you don't get it all back, of course, because there's expenses. You got to pay for the lines, which are almost $3.50, $4 just to bowl one game now. So you figure you bowl 3 games, there's $4, $8, $16 right there that goes to the bowling lane. And the secretary of the league has to get some money because that's a job, keeping track of all the score and things like that. So, but you do get some back. You put in $20, $25, and you get a portion of that back at the end of the year, which is nice, a couple $100 sometimes, maybe a little more, depending on how much you pay into the league, and depending on their payouts and so on. So, and how many games you bowled and so on. So I should get back a couple $100, I think, and then so that'll be nice. Could use that when I go to Arizona. Going to Arizona, Johnny, on Friday. So it's nice and warm here, but it's going to be even warmer down there. But that's all right. Going to see my sister and my friends Tony and Ginny and Yvonne and Bill. So it's going to be fun. All right. Is Wayne H. O'Brien on the line?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. H stands for Houses and Hockey. And speaking of hockey, you're kind of happy because of your Bruins, right?
I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, that's the word, ecstatic. Give me that again. How you became a Bruin? You were born around Boston or something?
No.
How did that?
It's actually a long story, but my brother got me interested in watching it on television.
Right.
And then.
But you were here. You were here around Chicago, right?
Well, yeah. I was born here.
Yeah, but why Boston Bruins?
Okay, 1969.
Yeah.
I started watching hockey.
All right.
And then the playoffs in '70 was I caught the Boston Bruins with Bobby Orr and all them.
Oh, okay.
And,
yeah.
I had I just connected with them.
Yeah, I see. Even though, you were from Chicago to Blackhawk. Yeah, a lot of guys do that. A lot of publicity the teams get. It's like my nephew. He's a nut about the Oakland Raiders, I'm going, why the Raiders? He said, well, back in the 70s or whatever, or the Raiders or 80, that's all you saw, the Oakland Raiders, So that's how you got started with Boston, huh?
Well, that's the only games you could watch then was whoever the Blackhawks were playing away, at home.
Yeah,
the Works didn't show any home games.
Yeah.
Plus, there was 2 gentlemen, Lou Boudreau and there was 2 announcers, and
Vince Lloyd.
Like they were highly,
Vince Lloyd, right?
Lou Lloyd Pettit.
Oh, yeah, Lloyd Pettit. That's right. It was Lloyd.
They was really biased on their calls, and that plus, I should move to Boston because I love Boston. It's where Ben Franklin lived. One of the places.
Well,
anyway, that's how I got involved in it.
Oh.
And the reason I'm ecstatic was because in the third period of that 7th game, the Bruins were down 4-1.
Yeah, geez, that's unbelievable.
Came back and tied it up within a minute of the end of the third period.
Yeah.
And then they won it in overtime.
Yeah, you're right. That's unusual. Usually 4-1 in a hockey game. When usually I'd say 80-90% of the time you're going to win. You know what I mean? Because it's so hard to score a goal. And it's not like maybe.
They set a record too. Scoring 3 goals in the third period of a playoff game. That hasn't been done before.
Oh, is that a fact? Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That's what my son told me.
Yeah, that's right. He's probably right.
By the way,
I know there's no Stanley Cup in bowling. You was talking about bowling. Isn't there a Don Carter Cup or something like that?
I don't think so. Well, you know what they do? There's tournaments named after guys. There's a tournament is the Don Carter Invitational.
Yeah, he was back in the 50s.
Yeah, right. He was, and but I don't know if there's a cup named after him. But like I say, there's the tournament itself is named after Don Carter, and then same way with what's the lefty Earl Anthony. There's an Earl Anthony tournament.
I hadn't really followed it much since. Actually, my uncle, when I was over at my uncle's, he'd always watch bowling. And Don Carter seemed to be the best one at that time.
Yeah, you're right. He was. I remember.
Mid-50s or so.
Yeah, right. Well, it seemed back then too, Wayne, and with certain sports, like guys dominated for so long that it just became automatic that you knew them. Whereas today, in bowling, like any guy could win, and then he wins a tournament, then next week he loses. You don't hear about him for another week.
Yeah.
Back then, Don Carter was always in every tournament. He either won it or he came in second.
Yeah.
That's why. And then in the same way with Earl Anthony. Every week you'd watch it, you'd see Earl Anthony. If he didn't win it, he'd come in second or third.
Well, that's the same with all sports. Michael Jordan in basketball and
yeah. Right.
My favorite golfer, I can't even think of his name right. Arnold Palmer.
That's right.
Arnold Palmer.
Right.
Golf, and it just and then recent years was what's his name?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, yeah, right.
I know.
But I'm looking forward to. I hope it ends up being Blackhawks and Bruins.
Boy, would that!
I really do.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something, huh? That would be terrific for both cities. It's just.
Sure.
But Wayne, to me, it takes so long to get to the finals. You know what I mean? It's like, come on now. It's 85 degrees. You're talking about hockey, and what's still going? Basketball still is going on, right? I mean, it's almost like. Why so many teams in the playoffs,
Well, there's the reason for that. The reason there's 16. There used to be 8.
Well, that was enough. The 8 best teams. After 8, it gets watered down.
18. Well, in the East and West, you had only 4 teams.
Yeah.
In each.
Uh-huh.
Now you got 8 in each.
Well, yeah.
Because there's so many teams. There's season used to be 80. Now I think the normal season is 96 games.
Oh man, yeah,
and,
I know.
It's all money.
Well, yeah, right. I know that's what television money. They the more they could play, the more
Yeah, on paper, the Blackhawks have a little better chance of getting there than Bruins do.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you mean players per se? Yeah, and how many goals?
Getting to the Stanley Cup, I mean.
Yeah, I think so. The Hawks have to play Detroit now, and
that's not going to be a piece of cake either.
Yeah, but they beat them 7-8 times in a row. They said, so.
I know, but they've been playing a lot different the last.
You mean
towards the end of the regular season?
The Detroit has, you mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be too. They get hot near the end. I've always said that. That's when you want to hit your peak.
Yeah, I've always said that the playoffs are entirely different than regular season.
Yeah, right. You're right. In all sports, it seems that way.
Faster pace, more hitting, more injuries.
Yeah, right, exactly.
More everything.
Yeah, more of everything.
And less scoring.
Yeah. All right. One other thing. How the heck did you become a Minnesota Viking fan now? Well, how did you get to that? Why not the Bears? Packers, I could see, maybe.
That probably deals with ego. Actually, I'm 3/4 Norwegian, which is Viking.
Oh, okay.
And they had when I started watching football about the same time, they had the Purple Gang, Alan Page, Carl.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All those good guys.
That's
they were
right.
doing real good in the 70s.
Yeah, you're right. They were dominant. You're absolutely right. You know what? When I saw one at how them fans are crazy. You know, it seems like I'm at the golf tournament, the Ryder Cup, right? You know, and
Yeah.
I went to it, you know, in person there at Medina, and
Yeah.
there was about, I don't know how many, 20, 30,000 people there, but and then they do different things. There's tents you could do, you know, whatever, you know, related to golf somewhat. But down the street, all of a sudden, everyone say, "Here they come!" I swear, Wayne, about 20 guys, 20 now, in like Viking, Minnesota Viking caps, or, you know, not helmets, but like,
Yeah.
you know, them Viking caps and stuff, dressed like, you know, warriors from Vikings, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Minnesota Viking Football Club or something. They come walking down the street, you know. I mean,
In Chicago?
yeah, right at Medina. Oh man, they were walking around, you know, but they looked like Vikings, you know, the way that Viking cap,
Horns on their heads.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I said, how do you like them guys, you know, coming into Chicago territory? But they didn't care. They're a bunch of big guys too, you know. They were little guys. You know, all big.
Football fans are the wildest. I
Yeah.
mean, when the camera spans the fans, you know,
I know.
during a game. I mean, it could be 10 degrees and they're playing up in Minnesota. Guy ain't got no shirt on or nothing. He's painted half yellow and half blue.
Yeah, I know. That's fun. It's fun to watch those guys. And then the ones from Washington, right? The Pigs or the Hogs or something. The Washington Redskins are them guys are dressed up like little pigs or something, you know.
Oh yeah.
They call them the Hogs, you know. Oh, but that Viking guys, they were walking all around the place, you know, and everybody looking at. Some were clapping, some were booing because they're Bear fans, you know.
Well, I do like some Bears. I like Singletary and Ditkus and
some guys you do. You Walter Payton. How could you not like him? You know. The poor guy didn't have much of a team, and he had to run
before Payton. I can't think of his name.
You mean a running back?
A Bear.
Yeah. Butkus, you mean? Dick Butkus?
No. He's defense.
Yeah. Oh.
No,
a runner or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anderson maybe, or Neil Anderson was pretty good.
No, this guy is known from here to China.
Oh, okay. Gale Sayers.
Sayers, yeah. Sayers.
Yeah, he was good too. They only lasted 6 years though, you know, and then he got hurt. Boy, if he wouldn't have got hurt, who knows what the records he would have had, you know?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
True.
All right, Wayne. Hey, buddy. Hey, nice talking to you. And go Bruins, go Hawks. Okay.
Right.
We'll talk to you next week.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. So long.
Yeah.
Wayne H. O'Brien. All right, folks. We'll take a break. Johnny's going to play some commercials, and maybe we'll get a hold of NASCAR Jeff and see what he's got going. All right. So we'll be right back.
Y'all ready for this?
Hi, my name's Tom Sims. I'm the owner of Foxbowl. We are Foxbowl Training Center and Pro Shop. We set ourselves apart because we emphasize instructions. We have a full-time bowling instructor, Greg Zika. We have instant replay, videotape each bowler. Another program that we have is our Youth Bowling, USA Bowling. It's an 8-week program, after school type of thing. It's 8 weeks for $88 with instructions, and every child gets a free bowling ball, a $75 value. And thank you from Foxbowl.
Hi, everybody. This is Don Figueroa of Don Sports, talking about Wayne Houses O'Brien. For all your real estate needs, call Wayne Houses O'Brien. Yes, the H stands for houses. At 630-235-5880. Or visit his website at flyingrealtor@yahoo.com. That's right. He's a pilot. He'll take a picture of your home from the sky. Whether you're buying or selling, call Wayne at 630-235-5880. He has
has residential, commercial, and investment properties. He is honest, hardworking, and friendly. Those are all the traits you want in a realtor. He loves hockey and he loves to fly. Again, call Wayne Houses O'Brien at 630-235-5880 or visit him on his website at flyingrealtor@yahoo.com. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
All right, Jeff, deepest sympathy, Jeff. Sorry to hear about your mother-in-law, is it?
Yeah, she passed away. She was 74, and she got real sick, and it just went downhill real quick. So. Oh, gosh. Well, give your wife our condolences, okay? Thank you, sir. You won't be on too long, Jeff. I just, while I got you on the line, though, do they, you hear of the races in Talladega in South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee. What about Oregon? Do they have NASCAR? They have races, but they don't have any NASCAR races. I think they have, I shouldn't say that. They have, I think Washington State's got the, what's the West Cup? Well, I forget what they call it, the NASCAR West, I think, and they got them up and down the coast of from Washington all the way down to California, and even in Mexico, where they're just the short tracks like you would see, and they're a little bit upscale from some of the local ones like Grundy County and stuff. They're kind of like Indiana, which is right on the border of Illinois, Indiana. Oh yeah, but it's NASCAR though, huh? Well, it's a sanctioned body of NASCAR. Yeah, it's just a smaller version. They have them all over the country. It's just there's more on the East Coast than there is on the West Coast. Do the big racers, do the guys go out there, Jimmy Johnson and Gordon and them guys, Bush, do they? No, I think it's more or less, Greg Biffle came from Washington. But, I haven't been to a race out there. I don't know. In Oregon, some of the stuff is real small, so they have a big deal about mud bogging and mud swamping out here, and they. What the heck? What is that? Mud barking? What the heck's that? Well, you've seen monster trucks, right? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, except these guys have these like goofy. They're not regular. Well, anybody can use this, but their tires are real skinny and they're tall. Really? They're narrow, yeah, and it basically is they go through a pit that's full of water, and they race each other, and it's they have two versions of it. One is a circle one where you race each other, and the other one is like a drag race to see who gets to the other side the fastest. Is that right? Yeah, and it gets comical. I mean, you better take a rain suit, or actually I tell people you better take a wetsuit and goggles, because you look at the other end, you don't see anything. I'm surprised that they don't have it at the United Center or something like that, or at the Allstate Arena, around Chicago, I know. It's an outside sport. I wouldn't put it inside. I think it would be a mess. Yeah. But the big thing is coming up in a couple weeks is going to be the Indian 500, where the IRL, that's their big thing. Well, yeah, right, exactly, yeah. So that's coming up, and then, NASCAR's got their thing going on, too, but, There's an awful lot of racing going on now. You've got the Le Mans series, which is the American Le Mans. Now NASCAR basically is controlling it. What they did is they put two different forms of racing together as one. Oh, really? Most of it's road racing. Yeah. And this is the one where they have three different, not two now, but three different types of series racing on the same course at the same time. Is that right? You heard it's 24 hours of Daytona, right? Yeah, right. Oh, it's same idea. It's the same, except now they've got a GT class and a GP class. Oh man! Which they've got the Porsches against the Audis and stuff like that. Well, they have the Audis against the Mercedes-Benz, and then you have the you can have the Mustangs and the Chevys against everybody else, and it's really kind of wild because they go on time. Oh, sure. They go on time, and you get penalties and stuff, but that's like the 12 hours they do and the 6 hours, and it's I highly recommend it. I mean, if people are bored with NASCAR, I know go and turn left all the time. It's actually pretty grueling. To me, I think it takes more stamina to do what they do than anything else, because they're not only are they driving long distances as a driver,
Yeah.
But it's an endurance race between the driver and the cars, and the thing falling apart.
Well, absolutely. Yeah,
So,
that would be grueling, I would think.
Then you've got F1, and the drag racing series is, I don't know if it's Gatorade anymore, the Monster Truck series going on.
Uh-huh.
So there's lots of things that are on the radio and the TV, and it's usually starting at Thursdays and Fridays. Everybody's got ESPN. You can watch it. You can see it on Speed Channel.
Okay.
And then, of course, on all the websites on the computer.
Yeah. Well, good. Jeff, speaking of websites, give the folks your website again, will you?
Well, I'm the Dutch carpenter now. I'm no longer the house wizard. I strictly make...
What are you, the Dutch carpenter?
Yeah, I retired from the home improvement thing. What I'm basically doing now is making furniture for people.
Wow.
I do custom cabinetry work. Right now it's wood art.
Whoa, wow.
And I'm trying to incorporate, as I speak, some projects I got from crates.
Oh, okay.
I take pallets and crates and I turn them into furniture. And it's recycled. Mine is crazy art. I put in a lot of sports memorabilia. I get stickers and stuff.
Is that right? Uh-huh. Do you go to fairs, or do you try to, like an expo or something? Can you, so people know what you do,
Well, because my mother-in-law died, I've been gone for a month now. So when I get back, I think next month I will be doing that. But I'm changing my format on everything, and that's why I got to talk to your master and commander there. Maybe we can get something going. But
all right.
What I'm doing basically now is, and I'm trying to incorporate a lot of the sports stuff, like the racing in my end, on some of this stuff too. So
I see.
I'm anything and everything when it comes to wood and racing.
Oh, all right. Well, when you get back, Jeff, give me a call, will you?
All right, guys. You guys have a great week, and happy baseball season, guys.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right.
Hi, Jeff Waalsma, Mr. Racing, now the Dutch carpenter, custom type cabinets. Wow, that might be something some people are interested in. All right, John, we about ready to wrap it up, are we?
No, you still got...
How many minutes?
You got about 15 minutes left.
Oh, that long, huh? Okay, all right, we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. I'm here with Ralph Venturini from Ozzy's, the world's best subs, at Wolf and Grand in Melrose Park. Hi, Ralph. Ralph, tell the folks a little bit about the history of Ozzy's.
Well, I'll tell you what. It started in 1971. It was a little grocery store, and my father decided that it came up for sale, and he decided that he would take advantage and go ahead and buy this little business and take a whirl at it. Mm-hmm. And it was just a tiny little 800 square foot space. And him and my mom ran it, and they learned it. And
all right, give me the ingredients of your great Italian subs.
Well, I'll tell you, the Italian has 3 kinds of meat. We put provolone cheese on it, Italian dressing, lettuce and tomatoes, and if you like, you can add pickles, onions, and peppers, and let me tell you, this sandwich is excellent.
Come on, folks, get out to Ozzy's at Wolf and Grand. Open 24 hours. Give them a call at 847-455-0845.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Don Figuarelli here, the Don of Sports. Going to Arizona in a couple of days. Now I'm going to see Tony and Ginny Tangora and Yvonne and Bill Chrysokas, Tom and Phyllis Lorenzo, hopefully, and my sister Carm and my niece Carla. Various places in Arizona, Scottsdale, Mesa, Cave Creek, Goodyear, a lot of places in Arizona. We're going down there. So Tony and Ginny, if you're listening, I want to say here we come, and thank you for our hospitality that you're going to give us. We will be probably staying by your place for a couple of nights, and I know Ginny will fix a gourmet meal for us, and that's going to be fun and exciting. And Tony will probably take me out golfing. I'm sure he loves to golf, a real good golfer, and so I'm sure we'll do some golfing and talk about golf. And we're going to visit my sister Carm, 94 years old now, and doing well. And Carla will be there taking care of. Well, she lives a block away or so. But Carm's on her own. She navigates pretty good for 94 years old on her own, and looking forward to getting to Mesa and Goodyear and Scottsdale. So we'll talk to you guys when we get down there. All right. But Nick, I know it's baseball season and hockey season and so on, but I'm going to read a bio of some of these great football running backs that you may know about. And, this show is heard. You can listen to the podcast anytime, any time in a year, whatever, 24/7, right, John? So in football time, I'll be talking about Mike Garrett here, okay? Mike Garrett survived a pretty poverty-stricken youth to become an outstanding football player, one of the great runners in USC history, that's Southern Cal. Mike improved each season. As a sophomore in 1963, he rushed for 833 yards. The next year, he moved up to 948. In his senior year, he led the nation in rushing with 1,440 yards, while averaging 27 carries a game. Wow, that's a lot. His 3,221 career rushing yard set an all-NCAA record at that time. He was a unanimous All-American and received the Heisman Trophy. Although at 5'9" and 195 pounds, he was considered rather small for pro football, Mike made the transition easily. He starred for 8 years. Remember that with the Kansas City Chiefs, leading his team in rushing 5 times. His 1,087 yards and 67 set the Kansas City team record. In 1966, he helped the Chiefs win the AFL championship, and in 1969, he paced Kansas City Super Bowl 4 winners. He completed his pro career with 5,481 yards on 1,308 rushing attempts. Mike Garrett. Wow, the guy was good. And how about, let me move the page here, see who else we got coming up. How about George the Gipper Gipp? George Gipp. While on his deathbed in 1920, Notre Dame's George Gipp implored coach Knute Rockne to ask the team someday to win one for the Gipper. 8 years later, Rockne repeated his story to his outmanned Irish team at halftime and inspired them to an upset victory over Army. At that time, Army and Navy were real strong teams. It's one of football's most enduring legends. Ironically, George Gipp, was anything but a model student at Notre Dame. He cut classes to play pool, broke all the trading rules, gambled, and was known as a cynical loner. Nonetheless, he was immediately popular with his teammates, and his exceptional talents on the football field helped make Notre Dame the nation's foremost college football team, back then. In 1919, he led the Irish to an undefeated season while rushing for 729 yards and passing for 727 more. See, back then you had guys that could do all that, run and pass and punt. When the Irish were again undefeated, the Gipper gained 332 yards combined yards against Army. Wow, that's a lot. Before he was taken fatally ill with strep throat and pneumonia near the end of the season. Gee, he had to be pretty young. He rushed for 827 yards and passed for 709. As he lay dying, he learned he had become the first Notre Dame player ever to be named to Walter Camp's All-American team. Wow. He died on December 14th at age 25. The Gipper. Win one for the Gipper. I'm sure they made a movie out of that. All right, we got time for one more, Johnny, one more?
Yeah.
How about the Galloping Ghost of Illinois? The Galloping Ghost Grange. Red Grange was the greatest football star of the golden era of sports. In 1920, with his 1923 debut as a University of Illinois sophomore, when he scored 3 touchdowns and rushed for 208 yards against Nebraska. Wow. He was from Wheaton, He captured the public's imaginations as no player had ever done before or since. Against Michigan, that was beautiful because I hate Michigan. Well, I got to be careful. A lot of Michigan people are nice people, but I don't know. It just seems like Michigan always beats Illinois, no matter what sport. So, sorry, Michigan. He captured the public's imagination as no player had done before. Said against Michigan, he scored 4 touchdowns in the first 12 minutes on runs of 95, 67, 56, and 44 yards. Can you believe that? In 12 minutes. The modest 195-pound redhead had great speed, but his most effective weapon was a mystifying change of pace. Start one way, stop, go another way. All-America. For 3 straight seasons, he gained 4,085 yards and scored 31 touchdowns in only 20 games. Wow. The Galloping Ghost. He was also nicknamed the Iceman because during the summer he'd deliver ice, and not playing. He was working back home in the Wheaton Iceman, and also the Galloping Ghost. After playing his final game for the Illini, he turned pro with the Chicago Bears on Thanksgiving Day, 1925, and launched a 17-game nationwide tour that drew crowds records in every city. Over 70,000 stormed the Polo Grounds in New York, and 100,000 attended a game in California. His popularity made pro football a major sport for the first time. Although a knee injury in 1927 cost him much of his speed, he was still the choice at halfback when the league picked its first official all-NFL team in 1931. Wow. He retired in 1934. Grange is a charter member, of course, of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Red the Galloping Ghost, the Iceman of Wheaton, Red Grange. All right, Johnny, that wraps it up, buddy. I've got no more except telling the folks about the Senior Olympics coming up on July 10th through the 24th. The 6-county Senior Olympics. All you guys over 55 years old can get into that. Call me about it. Talk to John DeVita about it. He'll tell you. There's several events you can do, and I'll read them off. There's a basketball free throw. You can do that. You don't have to run up and down the court. If you like bicycling, there's a bicycle race. There's bowling, of course, which I'll get into with Jeff. I'll get into basketball. I'll get into golf. You can golf 8 holes or 9 holes. You can play horseshoes if you like horseshoes. They got a horseshoe tournament. Pool, if you like pool or billiards, you can play that. It's really fun. It's only $12 to get into all these events. Swimming, which I've done for the first time last year. I should do it again this year. Table tennis, how about that? You like to play tennis? They've got a tournament for that. Tennis, of course, I might try that. I'm not sure on that yet. Track and field, different distances you can run at. Trap shoot, you like to shoot trap. Do you do that, Johnny? Do you shoot trap, a gun or anything like that? No. Trap, but a lot of guys do, I think. They shoot at a bird, they call it, right? And then they shoot I can see that if a guy wants to do that. But what do you need a gun that shoots 30 rounds in 10 seconds or 1 second? What do you need an assault rifle for? It should just be banned out of the country. Volleyball, if you like that. Walking, if you just like to walk. They have a 1-mile race. You can do that. Pickleball. What in the heck is pickleball? Play to 11 points, 3 games guaranteed, women, men, and mixed doubles. Pickleball. I'll have to research. Have you ever heard of pickleball? Yeah, something new, huh? And bags. Of course, bags becoming popular now, too. That you throw at the bag toss. That you can get into that. So give me a call if you get a chance. You want to get in it, and let me know. All right, thanks for listening to the podcast, folks, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye now.
You have been listening to The Don of Sports with Don Figurelli from the John DeVita Broadcast Center on the Windy City Hometown Entertainment Network. Remember to watch The Don of Sports with Don Figurelli every Thursday evening at 8:30 p.m. on Comcast Cable Channel 19. The Don of Sports was directed by John DeVita and edited by Stephen Lehman. This program was pre-recorded on Wednesday, May 15th. Thanks for listening.